Hi everyone, welcome to Deb House Crafty Cottage. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am here with another day for our Valentine / love card a day for 14 days. I'm filming these in advance, so I'm not exactly sure which day I'll put this one up, but today we're going to use Hello Beautiful bundle, which is in the new mini catalog on pages 49 and 50. It's got these nice hexagons. It also has some splotchy things, and it's just really pretty. Now, this doesn't really have too much to do with Valentine's Day, right? But I did use the Hello Beautiful. And then on the inside of the card, I used My Heart is Smiling Because of You from the brand new Wildflower Path, also in the mini catalog on page 21. You could use any kind of sentiment you want on the inside. You could say Happy Valentine's Day, or you could say use another set that has, you know, something to do with love or hearts or whatever. But this way, Hello Beautiful, you can send to any of your friends or whatever, right? So I'm also using the Abstract Beauty 4" by 6" specialty designer paper. This is part of the Abstract Beauty suite in the mini. It's on page 49, and I'll show you the colors I used. I had some scraps that I started with, and then the main thing that got me to it was they're in the ephemera pack, Abstract Beauty ephemera pack, also on page 49 of the January to June mini for 2022. There were these two hearts, and they were in Magenta Madness and Crushed Curry. So we're going to use those hearts. There's also some other little hearts and some gold hearts. I didn't use those. I just used the two big ones to make, well, made one card, and we're going to make the other one together. All right, so I actually think I have to get the stamp out for Hello Beautiful. I have used this before. I did a separate session with this one, and kind of surprised people by how pretty these cards can be. And then for the inside of the card, we're actually going to use this here also. All right, and then we'll get our Wildflower stamp out. Sorry, I should have had this out. And it's this one right here. I haven't used too many of these stamps yet because it's new. And I'm going to sit that down and pick it up with a block and make sure it's the right one. Yes, My Heart. I'm going to actually turn it a little more on an angle. My Heart. And I still don't have that the way I want it. Alright, I'm just going to plop it down. I like it at an angle when it's sentiments on the blocks. Okay, so let's move all this stuff out of the way, and I'll show you the card. Here it is. Let me get my paper out of it. So this is the card we're going to make. It's more modern looking, right? And this is the paper. So when you get these papers, let me just show you that again. Oops. Hang on so my chair doesn't roll over my dies. The paper is 4" by 6", and these cards are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so the 4 is perfect. I don't know which one I didn't use this one. Well, I used a scrap of this one, you can see here. But when you get these, they're perfect fit, but you have to cut about 3/4 inch off, maybe an inch off. 6, and you want them to be 5 1/4, so yeah, 3/4 inch roughly off of it. But then you can use that on the inside like I did here, or you could put it at the top or the bottom and it would fit perfectly, right? So that is, these are good for A2 or 4 by 6 cards. Okay, so I had some scraps. So on this one, we're going to assemble this and stamp and things too. I had the same scrap, and we're going to just go ahead and put that down. I'm sorry, not scrap, same piece of background paper. And here is the piece I've already cut off. You can see it went right there. That's what I was trying to tell. Okay, so let's assemble this. This is the other side. It has gold foiling on one side of these papers, and not on the other. It is a thinner paper, but you get a lot of it. I think 48 sheets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 48 sheets, just like they usually do at Stampin' Up! With their 6x6. I really rather like it because you don't have waste, much waste then. Okay, and then this is out of our rainbow glimmer paper, and I just happened to have a scrap. It had a little more up here, but something was die cut out of it, and so I cut that off anyway. And I had it here on my desk from some other project, and I thought I'll just cut it in half and use it. So this is about an 1.25 inches, I believe. Yeah, 1.25 inches by 4 3/4. Okay. And we're gonna, now this is pretty thick. We are gonna glue this down, or you could use Seal or Seal Plus with this. And we're just gonna put that over here. So it's a really easy card to make. Now, as for scraps, I have to do this one. This I had the same kind of piece. It's a little thinner than that one. That one, well, I'll just tell you what this one is. You can either, that's about 1/4 inch wider. So this one is 1.5. That one's about 1 3/4. They're both 4 inches. So that's going to come in a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and glue that down as well. But what I didn't have was this piece here, which is crushed curry. I had a really small one, but I didn't have one big enough. So on my desk I had a strip of white cardstock that was already embossed with the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. I don't know if I have that out. One sec. Here it is. It's Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. It's in the annual. It's item 152718. And by the way, all the items will be linked down below this video if you are interested in buying any from me and you're in the United States. So we're going to do it slightly different in that we're going to do a circle with a heart this time. Okay. So, and let's see. I'm not sure yet. I think I am going to glue the circle down and bump the heart up. So it's a little, oh, and what I did, I went around the edges. Now we don't have a crushed curry alcohol marker, so I went around first with my crushed curry Stampin' Right brush end, but it didn't have enough of a yellow edge, so I did take the dark So Saffron Stampin' Blend with the brush end, and then it bled into the paper a little bit to give it a little bit more of a yellow, to bring out the yellow in this and so forth, and in the heart. Now we're going to get our dimensionals, and we'll go ahead and put our heart up on the circle. So it's slightly different, just because I didn't want to cut into another piece of paper just to get a scrap, right? I'm funny that way. Alright, so we're going to put the heart in the same direction as that one. Now we have to stamp both inside and outside. This is the inner part of our card. Before we do that, this is cut out of Magenta Madness, and it's done with this die here. Now we're going to stamp Hello Beautiful, and we're going to use that little die to cut it out to put on top of there. And before we do that, let's what did I stamp on? Okay. Well, before we glue that down, we better do our stamping. Okay, so let's stamp. I need a scrap of white, big enough for that die cut. I have a scrap here, and we're going to use Magenta Madness to stamp, which is one of the colors in the paper. I'm going to stamp Hello Beautiful. And then we'll die cut that in a moment. And then on the inside of the card, we're going to stamp "My heart is smiling because of you." And I'm trying to line that up with the grid. I'm going to actually stand up. I want it over a little bit, because, over from the left a little bit, because we're going to have a strip of paper over there. Now I'm going to bring in crushed curry. And if you don't have crushed curry, you probably could use saffron. It's in the same kind of color way, but I need a scrap of paper. Let me see if I have a clean-ish scrap. Here we go. And I need that because I'm going to stamp off. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to stamp, see how it is. That's pretty light. Maybe my crushed curry is I didn't have it inked up well. I actually don't think I need to stamp off on this particular one. So, because my crushed curry is not that dark, we're going to go right over where we stamp the sentiment here. Right like that. Now watch, it'll be really dark. It's not bad, right? Because the Magenta Madness is a bright color, we didn't need to stamp off. Alright, let's put that ink pad away. I maybe need to re-ink my crushed curry. I need to re-ink several of my ink pads. Now on this, just to give it something different, because it doesn't go the whole way, I just angled it. So I'm going to use my paper cutting snips, and I'm going to make a triangle. And then I'm going to take that triangle, and let's see which way. I want to go this way. And put it so that I get it the same shape as at the other end. Make sure I have it lined up. And snip. And there we go. And then we can glue that down. Okay. You could even use the other side here if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that. We'll just bring it in a little bit. You could also put it at the bottom if you wanted to. Unless I have a matching top and bottom, I don't like putting them at, oh, I don't know why I closed my glue up, because we need that. All right, hang on. We're just going to glue that in. And you could use your Seal or Seal Plus, whichever. I would go with Seal for this if you're using a tape runner. And reserve your Seal Plus for ribbons and things. That's a little bit crooked. There we go. There we go. You have a little bit of, I like the wet glue because you have a little bit of time. That's in our annual catalog too. Now let me get the die out and we'll die cut this. I've already die cut the Magenta Madness with the little bit larger shape. So we're doing that. And I'm going to tape that on with a little piece of washi tape that I unsticky a little bit in hopes that it doesn't tear my paper. And sometimes it still does. Now let me see which way. I think I want the wider part over to the left. So we're going to do the same thing here. The wider part over to the left. You can do it however you would like. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. And then we'll put our die back. Oops. And then you see they're not even. And I don't know if you can see it has lines around the edges. Boy, that's really glary, huh? Let me see if I can get it. Oh, that's worse. One sec. Is that any better to be able to see the lines? There we go. And then this also does, it has like the swirly lines, but they're not an even oval. Neither is this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue the Hello Beautiful onto the Magenta Madness, and then we're going to bump them both up on the whole thing up on dimensionals. Let me put my dies back in here. I will lose my dies if I don't put them away, and I know a lot of people put them on magnet cards, and I will do that if they're going to be things that stay around a long time, but because I put things up for resale at a later date when they retire sometimes, and I need to do that soon, I don't always put them on magnet sheets right away. So I don't have time nor the money to put magnet sheets on everything if I'm going to be sending them away later, and so I keep them in their original packaging, and I keep them with the stamp set unless there's something that will be used over and over again. Now on this one, I put it under the heart. I don't think I can do that this time the way I did it. I can sort of slightly stick it under there. We can do that. And then we're going to put a bow, and we're going to use the iridescent, let's see what it's called, glittered organdy ribbon, 3/8 inch in white. And this is in the, it was in the August to December mini, but it carried over to 2022. So it's available, supposed to be available on the website. Now, one thing you should also know is right now Stampin' Up! Is not doing back order. So when things go on back order, they actually make them not orderable. So it might still be on the website, but say not orderable at the moment or something like that. It means they're waiting for it to come back in stock. So you'd have to check back again. I don't know if that's the case with this particular ribbon. It might be available, so you just have to check. And I'm sorry, I don't know what day this is going up, so I'm going to say I haven't checked in time for this video. I also use little sewing pins to keep my ribbons together for most of them. Some of them that are too thin or that show the holes, I use just regular Scotch tape or some kind of clear tape. Alright, now we're going to use a glue dot or two and just put this on. Oops, and I have that, my glue dots on a roll with twine, and some of them are not coming up at the right place, and we're going to put that right in this little crease here this time because it seems like it's down a little lower. We could have put that sideways more. That's a little glittery something to it, right? And then I'm going to take, I have another glue dot right here. I do this a lot. I'm going to stick that right under there because it helps hold that side of the bow in place on your card. And then lastly, we are using the 2020 to 2022 in color square gems. Now these, because this is a color family that's going to retire at the end of April, May 2nd, these will also retire. So if you want them and don't have them, I'd get them now before they sell out. And these are squares, but you can make them like diamonds. Oops. And I'm going to make it like a diamond. So I'm going to put them in a little different places this time. I'll put a diamond there. I'm using a little bit larger ones too for most of this. And we'll put one up here, right here. And then I'll use a little one and put it down on here. Let's see if I want some more. That seems darker, doesn't it? No, I'll just stick with the 3. So that is our card for today. I hope you enjoyed it. This one will be for a giveaway. And the drawing will be on the 15th day. I don't know what day exactly that is, around the 25th or 26th. So be watching. I have these all numbered, day 1, 2, 3, 4, up through 14 on my 14 days of Valentine's /love cards. And again, this is the Hello Beautiful, along with the Wildflower Paths, I believe. I've already misplaced them. Sorry. Oh, here they are. Hello Beautiful bundle in the mini, along with the ephemera pack for the hearts, and the Wildflower Path for My Heart is Smiling Because of You. And then some ribbon and gems, and I think it came out really cute. Let me know your thoughts. If you're interested in winning this card, please put in the comments down below the video that you would like the card for day, whatever I have this labeled as, day something, and then you'll be entered in the drawing for the card. And of course, any other kind of comments are also welcome, but to be entered for the card drawing, you need to indicate that you'd like the card. Also, if you're interested in any products and you place an order with me under $150 in the month of January, please use this host code, as it will allow me to act like the host, and I get like embellishments and stuff like that that I occasionally send out as gifts to my customers. Sometimes I'm late doing that, but I usually get around to it at some point. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again the next time. Bye for now.